Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, I rise today as a proud co-author of Assembly Bill 2218 by Assemblymember Santiago, which will help provide medical and direct supportive services to our transgender, gender nonconforming, and intersex communities, our TGI communities. There are alarming disparities in healthcare for TGI people in our state, and these disparities have been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. AB 2218 will, upon appropriation by the legislature, provide grants to organizations serving the TGI community and qualified healthcare providers. This will help create programs that provide medical and direct supportive services for trans, gender nonconforming, and intersex people. The amendments taken in Senate appropriations make technical changes to terminology used in the bill and make clarifications to the types of organizations that can benefit from the grants outlined in the bill. The bill has support from nearly 100 LGBTQIA+ advocacy organizations and healthcare organizations, including the American Academy of Pediatrics and Equality California. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Wiener. Members on the floor, any discussion and or debate? Senator Durazo.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I rise also to support AB 2218. California has recognized healthcare as a basic human right, but many communities continue to experience obstacles. That includes the TGI communities, many of whom still lack access to receiving safe, non-discriminatory, and comprehensive care. While the Human Rights Campaign has designated 85 healthcare facilities in the state as LGBTQ healthcare equality leaders, but we must work to ensure that every facility should have healthcare and provide culturally competent care. I want to give a shout out to our Trans-Latino Coalition, Latina Coalition in my district, who have been critical in our community and as a service provider founded on the activism of transgender immigrants. They have been strong, key champions for transforming the national climate for TGI people across our country and helping to create a system that is truly responsive to the needs of the TGI communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Durazo. Senator Grove. We can see you.
Here you go. Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay, thank you, Madam President. Today I rise to speak in opposition of AB 2218. Once again, the majority party has continued to ignore the pleas of parents across this state. The government should not be in the business of incentivizing doctors to rush young children to make a decision that's life-altering and irreversible before they've even reached the emotional and physical maturity. We should be focused on listening to the legitimate concerns of parents in this state, and so I would respectfully ask for a no vote.
Thank you, Senator Grove. Senator Morell.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I stand in opposition to AB 2218. You know, the consent form at the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles states this regarding minors and their parents. It says, if your child starts puberty blockers in the earliest stages of puberty and then goes on to gender-affirming hormones, they will not have biological children. You know, such depravity here in California these days. To direct this kind of stuff at our children, our most vulnerable, before they're at the age where they should be able to make these decisions for themselves. This is just so wrong. This is bad. So obviously I'm a no vote, and I doubt if my friends across the aisle are going to be a no vote, but this is wrong, period. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Morell. Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam President and colleagues. I just want to thank the author, Assemblymember Santiago, and my good colleague from San Francisco for bringing this forward. As a representative of a district who has many TGI community members. I am just thankful that we're absolutely supporting a wellness plan for them. They're often left out of the discussions as it pertains to the greater LGBT community, and for that I'm just extremely thankful, and I really feel strongly that we need to move this forward, but I'm also appalled by a lot of the comments that have been made about the community and about what this fund would actually do. Thank you.
You hear that, hon?
Thank you, Senator Gonzalez. Senator Morel, just so you know, we can hear everything you're saying, so be careful. Seeing no hands up from our remote voters and seeing no mics up on the floor, Senator Wiener, you may close.
Thank you very much, Madam President. You know, I think it's really important to step back and take a look at our transgender, gender nonconforming, and intersex communities. These are people they're part of our society. They are our neighbors, they are our friends, they are members of our family, they are workers who serve us when we go into a Starbucks or into an office. They are members of the Capitol community. They are people who are employed in our offices. They are people who serve in elected office, and people who are at the heights of our society and who have succeeded, to people who are living on our streets. This is a community that has been with us forever. This is nothing new. But what is new is that we are finally starting to acknowledge the basic humanity of trans, gender nonconforming, and intersex people in our society. These are people in our communities who have been told over and over again that they have no worth, that they're not actually part of our community, and who have been treated like garbage in this society forever. This is a community that, because of the stigma, because they have been treated with such utter disdain and disrespect, that their unemployment rates are through the roof, that suicide rates are high because society tells them day after day that they have no value, and they lack access to health care. They are criminalized, they are overrepresented in our state prison system because society tells them from the beginning, including when they are children, that there is something wrong with them. And yes, trans children are trans, and they are also members of our community, and they are our children, and we should be embracing them for who they are and providing them with the health care that they need. This bill simply says that trans people should have access to health care, period. There is nothing radical or crazy about that. And it says that the state of California is going to step up to make sure that we put the resources needed for this community to succeed and to access health care. We have so much hate in this country, and when trans people are told over and over again that if you're a trans woman who wants to use a woman's restroom, that must mean that you're not really trans, you're just faking it so you can scam your way into a women's restroom, as opposed to simply being a woman who wants to use the restroom. They're told over and over again, you must be a predator, you must be faking it. If you're a trans kid who wants to play sports, you're just trying to scam the system. No one's scamming the system. This is about people who are just living their lives. Let's make sure they can access health care. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Wiener.